Welcome to Seller Sessions. I am your host today, Sharon Evan, and in today's podcast, I'm going to be speaking about Vine reviews. So, a few things I want to speak about in today's podcast. First of all, are Vine reviews worth it? Should every single product be enrolled into Vine reviews? Do Vine reviewers have to leave a Vine review? What types of products make sense to be enrolled into Vine reviews, and then how much does it cost us to enroll into Vine? So first of all, if you don't know what Vine review is, and by the way, if you're listening to the podcast this on the podcast, great. If you're also watching this online, wherever it's being streamed online, then I also have a little document that I kind of prepared with screenshots, but I'm going to explain everything anyway in depth, and you don't actually need to see it on a screen, basically. But what is the Vine program? So basically, it's Amazon's program for reviews, basically. It's an invite-only program on the reviewer side of things. Okay, so top Amazon reviewers, Amazon will approach them and offer them to join the Amazon Vine program, where basically they have like their own sort of dashboard for Amazon, and they can go in and look for products that are offered on Amazon Vine. They receive those products for free, as long as they have a certain percentage, they leave a certain percentage of reviews. I don't know what that exact percentage is. I just know that they aren't forced to, they don't have to leave reviews. But if they consistently are getting products for free and don't leave reviews, they get kicked out of the program. I know this from someone who is a Vine reviewer. I couldn't find any information on it on the seller's side of things. You have to go in and Google it a bit on an Amazon Vine side of things. And also I've spoken to someone who's an Amazon Vine reviewer in the past, so that's how I know that they don't have to leave a review. So that's on the reviewer side of things. The review doesn't have to be positive, negative, neutral, or whatever it may be. It just needs to be an honest and unbiased review. And let's talk for a second about my experience with reviewers. So in my experience, Amazon Vine reviewers are either the best reviewers in the whole entire world, or they're either the worst reviewers in the whole entire world. And this is me speaking only from my own experience or from my clients' experiences. I haven't found any in between, meaning if they really, really love your product, you are going to get videos, you're going to get like 7 or 8 images of the product in different angles of them using it. They're going to write paragraphs and paragraphs about how much they love the product. And it's amazing. Like, they can just be the best reviewers ever. But then they can also be the worst reviewers ever, because they can do the same damn thing if they hate the product. Meaning they will leave a video on why they hate the product. They'll leave images on why they hate the product. And sometimes they'll even show a comparison to another product. And also they will write paragraphs and paragraphs about why they don't like the product. I haven't found any in between, or there isn't consistency for in between, meaning most reviewers, in my experience anyway, will really go hardcore on the reviews. Basically I haven't seen a Vine reviewer write like only 1 or 2 words or just 1 sentence. Not many, let's put it that way. So that's what Amazon Vine reviews basically is. Now let's move to the seller's side of things. So today, and ever since sometime last year, 2021, I can't remember when, sometime last year, Amazon charges now $200 for review. It used to be free before that. It used to be really, really expensive, like, I don't know, $2,000 to $3,000, something like that. And then they made it free for anyone who is brand registered. So you must be brand registered in order to enroll into Amazon Vine. Just one of many, 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 many reasons why you should be brand registered. Okay, but you must be brand registered in order to enroll into the Vine program on an Amazon seller side of things. And the program costs $200. Now, I am filming this or recording this on the 27th of October, 2022. Obviously, if you're listening to this, close to when I'm filming it, what I'm about to say is relevant. If not, ignore it. Until the 31st of October 2022, so that's honestly just a few days away, the Amazon Vine program is 50% off. So it'll cost $100. If you're in the US anyway, it'll cost $100 instead of $200. After that, if you're listening to this after that, then it costs $200. Now, something that a lot of people don't know, and to be honest, I didn't know this myself. I knew we paid the FBA fees as well. I didn't know that we also pay the referral fees. So when you enroll a product into the Amazon Vine program, this is something you need to take into consideration. It's $200 to enroll, and then on top of that, you still pay the FBA fee and you still pay the referral fee. Now, regarding the fact that we still pay the referral fee is ridiculous in my eyes. And just if you are watching this online, then I do have on my screen two different screenshots. One said, and they're from, the two different screenshots are from Seller Central. Basically, honestly, if you just go into Seller Central and then on the top right in the search button, you just type in Vine program. There's so much information about Vine program. You can just find this yourself. Otherwise, one of the questions is, what is the cost to enroll products into Amazon Vine? The answer says here, enrollments created on or after October 12th, 2021, so that's when they started charging for it last year, are subject to $200 enrollment fee per parent ASIN. Enrollment fees will be billed after the first Vine review is published. And then there's a question that some people don't realize, and it says, do I pay FBA and referral fees on Vine enrolled units? And it says here, yes. Since the inventory available on Vine enrolled offers remain available for customers to purchase, we will not waive fees on such units, whether they end up being requested by Vine Voices or by regular customers. For more information on fees, visit FBA and referral fee. Now, maybe that is really clear to you guys. I still do not understand why I need to pay a referral fee for a product that a buyer did not pay for. It doesn't make sense to me. I even asked this in like a mastermind group with a lot of like well-known Amazon, influencers or gurus or mentors, whatever you want to call them. And no one had an answer either. I don't understand the logic behind it. And to be honest, until I enrolled a program into Vine the other day and a prompt came up that didn't come up, or I didn't notice it in the past, I didn't even notice that we pay referral fees. Not a huge deal, but when you're giving, 30 units away, which is the max, so which I'll talk about in a second, depending on how expensive your product is, it's $200 to enroll, and then another 15% for most products, obviously depending on your category, for to Amazon, and then the FBA fee. And then, of course, is how much the product also costs you. So it can get really expensive. If you times that by 30, sometimes it can be thousands of dollars, depending on how much that would be for your specific product. So on an Amazon level, what products can be enrolled into Vine? Products that have less than 30 reviews. So ideally, you would want to do that once you've launched, basically when you're launching a new product is the time when you should enroll into Amazon Vine. And again, it needs to have less than 30 reviews. So one of the questions, really is, well, is Vine worth it? Okay. And the answer is, in my opinion, the answer is it depends. It depends on your product. Now, this is sort of an annoying answer, but in general, always, but even more in 2022, 2023, you always want to have a really, really good product that is not prone to get bad reviews. Okay, you don't want a product that's prone to get bad reviews. I even have an example here because I have a product that was prone to get bad reviews on a Vine level. But I'll explain about that in a second. So basically, if you are really, really confident in your product that you did an amazing job quality-wise, etc., and the product, is perfect, basically, or very, very, very good, then yes, you should enroll your product into Amazon Vine. It can be like the best thing that you could do for your launch. But then there's products, for example, that are extremely dependent on that person's skin type or on that person's flavor type, etc. So one or two of the products that I show here are actually my products, and they are cosmetics products, and it's very dependent, like the results can be dependent on that type of person, and depends on how long they use the product for. If they only used it for a few days, they may have not seen, the type of results, whereas if they would have waited a month, and the types of results that they would have seen. And then there's also, supplements and products that, flavor type products, etc., that you probably shouldn't enroll those types of products. Again, what I'm saying here is really dependent. You should know your product inside out. You should really know your product very, very well. And then you'll know, is it a product that is basically the question to ask yourself is it a product that is prone to also be able to get easily bad reviews if the reviewer didn't, use it right, for example, if they didn't use it for long enough, for example, like anti-aging products, okay, maybe they only used it for 2 days and now they've expected to have, no more wrinkles within 2 days, and really you need to use it for like 30 days. So you need to ask yourself those types of questions. So I do have a slide on my screen, which I will obviously explain because most of you will be listening to this on the podcast. So you can enroll up to 30 units of a product as long as obviously, as long as it has less than 30 reviews. And I've got here 5 different examples of 5 different products that have been launched sometime since 2019 all the way up to just a couple of days ago. So I'll start with the product that was in 2019. There were 10 units enrolled to the Vine program at the time. And it's interesting because on the Vine dashboard, it says that there were only 5 reviews out of those 10, which is 50% obviously of the Vine reviewers left a review. It's an old listing of something that we dropped that listing basically and created a new listing afterwards. But anyway, long story short, it says on the dashboard that there were only 5 reviews, but I went in and checked and there were actually 7 reviews. And I made a little on my screen right now. I've made like the amount of what type of stars. So 1 star is all the way up to 5 stars. So out of the 7 reviews, so there were 10 products that were enrolled and 10 were claimed. Out of that, the dashboard said 5, but I counted 7 reviews that were left, Vine reviews. 2 were 2-star reviews. 3 were 3-star reviews. 1 was a 4-star review and 1 was a 5-star review. So at the time, the Vine review program was free, but I still paid referral fees and FBA fees on that. And I basically gave away 10 units in order to get 5 bad reviews, basically. Now, that was a huge lesson for me specifically as a seller with that specific product, because I remember my husband told me don't enroll it, and I was like, it'll be fine. It's a product that you really do need to wait a little while to see proper results. And it's to date like one of our best-selling products. This was a newer version of it. And most of the reviews was I am not seeing the results that I'm supposed to have. And it's the rest, the non-Vine reviews, for example, most of them are really, really good reviews. It was actually mostly the Vine reviews here that were really like terrible very, very quickly. And it's because they didn't wait long enough to use the products and then went and left the reviews. And that was a good lesson for me. And also it is a product that is very, it's a beauty product, and it really, really depends on that specific person. So in general, it's a product that can get a mixture of reviews. Not a very easy niche. It is a niche where that kind of stuff can happen. So that's an example of if you have a product that could get mixed reviews, which maybe if I was to start from zero today in 2022, I don't think I would have gotten into that niche. We're very lucky we got into that niche in 2016. So, we were able to ride that wave. But anyway, going back to how do you decide if the product is the right type of product to enroll into Vine or not? If it's a product that you know that you didn't do 100% on as well, probably, or there's a few fuck ups basically on this order, probably I wouldn't. Okay, but if it's a product that you're really, really confident that it's the best freaking product, you've done the best quality, like you are all in, there's no way, it's not like a supplement or a beauty product or something like that. There is absolutely no way. I'm not saying you can't do it for supplements. I've seen people do Vine reviews for supplements and have good results. I'm just saying that if it's not something that's, for example, a supplement, a beauty product that requires time, like an anti-aging product or a product that is dependent on that person's flavor, etc. If we're talking about, like, I don't know, a yoga product or a camping product, something that the product that can actually be used, doesn't go in their mouth, doesn't go on their skin, things like that, and you did the best fucking job, like, it's probably the best thing that you could do is to enroll it into Amazon Vine. I'm going to skip for a second now to an example of that type of product. So this is a product that was enrolled into Vine earlier this year. 20 units were enrolled, 18 units were claimed. Out of those 18 units, 11 left reviews. Out of those 11 reviews, 9 were 5-star reviews and 2 were 3-star reviews. Out of those 9 5-star reviews, every single reviewer left images. 4 of them left videos and images. And one of those 2-star reviewers also left, one of those 3-star reviewers also left images as well. And honestly, if you were to read one of those reviews, like, I honestly think that they made a mistake when they clicked on the stars, because, like, it's a great review. They just did 3 stars. Have no idea why. But that's an example of a product where I just knew that it's going to be like a hit. It's going to be amazing. It's going to do really, really, really well. Like, I knew that the buyers are going to love it. There's nothing like it. And today that product has 66 reviews. And it's one of the products of these has 66 reviews. 11 of them were from Vine, and those Vine reviews really, really, really helped with the launch, and they came in pretty quickly. So they came in, I think, like 4 or 5 days after I saw that the Vine reviews were going out there, where the Vine orders, were being claimed. Going back to another beauty product example, so there's another product and which was launched in 2020. 15 units were enrolled and 15 were claimed. Out of those 15, 14 left reviews, which is, in my experience, not something that happens that often, where almost everyone leaves a review. Okay, 14 had left reviews. Out of those 14 reviews, 5 were 5 stars, 6 were 4 stars, 2 were 3 stars, and 1 was 2 stars. Much better results on that one. It is also an example of a product that is a beauty product, but is a lot less prone to get bad reviews with the other product. The other products are really, really dependent on the person's results, whereas this one was less dependent on the results, if that makes sense. And that was definitely so it was, at the time, what I did with that one was, it was actually a variation to a product, but I had launched it on its own for the sake of being able to get the Vine reviews, and then I merged it later and added it to a family of ASINs. And that's what I usually do as well when I'm launching for a period of time. It depends as well. This is so product dependent. Anyway, and then I have an example of something that was enrolled literally like less than a week ago. It's an expensive product. Okay, it's important to say that it is an expensive product. The landed on that is high. The FBA fee on it is high. The referral fee on it is high. It was enrolled, and we did take advantage of, this is actually a client's product, the one that I'm talking about now. They did take advantage of the 50% off with the Vine program right now, which is until the 31st of October 2022. So she enrolled 20 units and 3 have been claimed. And this was enrolled on the, I have the date in front of me. It was enrolled on the 18th of October. So like 10 days ago. 3 units have been claimed and 1 has already left a review. And that review, I think, was like 3 days after they had already gotten the product. And it is a 5-star review. It has, I think, 4 or 5 images, and it's a great review. Like, it's a really, really, really great review. That review came in either yesterday or the day before, and I already know that just that one review, because of the images that they put up, I already know it's going to help with that launch. It's a newly launched product. It's a very highly giftable product, strategically launched right now just before, the big season of people buying lots of gifts, etc. And then I have another example of a product, which is an exercise product. And it was enrolled on the 9th of August. No, it was enrolled because the whole dates thing in America is like the opposite of the rest of the world. I always have to think twice. It was enrolled on the 8th of September. Okay, the 8th of September. 30 units were enrolled. This is, by the way, also an expensive product. It's also an expensive landed cost product, expensive referral fee product, and expensive FBA fee product. So this is like an investment. Really amazing product. Like, a differentiation point is amazing as well. I just knew that this product was going to kick ass, basically. 30 units were enrolled. 30 units were claimed. And 19 have left reviews, okay? The product today has 21 reviews, so there's still room for more reviewers, more Vine reviewers to still leave reviews, okay? And out of those 30 that left, out of the 30 claimed, 19 Vine reviews have come in. 17 are 5-star reviews. Almost every single one of them has either a video or images or both. Okay, like they are like in paragraphs and paragraphs on why they love the product as well. It's an exercise product. And then there's 2 4-star reviews. Also, both of them have images. I think one of them has a video, don't remember, but definitely they have images. And they're also really, really good reviews with just one of them even did a pros and cons. Pros about the product, 2 small cons about the product. One of them spoke about how it's multiple products in this like box. And one of them basically just complained about how one color wasn't consistent with another color, something we also learned, and that was, great feedback for us to learn from. But also it wasn't a terrible review. Like, it was a really good review, to be honest. And it is, so 17 5-stars, 2 4-stars. So I thought that by sharing this, different product types, we've got a beauty product here, we've got 2 different beauty products. We have a camping product here. We have a highly giftable gift set here. We have an exercise product. They're all different categories, and you can sort of get an understanding of what to expect. Now, there are some products that I've enrolled into Vine, and it took like a month or 2 until actually people started to, no, not 2 months, but at least 4 weeks until they actually started claiming them. I've just found that this has been so product and niche dependent. Like, it really, really depends on what the product is. If it's super, 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 super nichey, like the camping product here is, I've found that it can take time for them to claim it, and then suddenly, boom, there's like 10 claimed in a day. Okay, so that's also something. So if you've enrolled into Vine and then it's been like 3 weeks and nothing's happened yet, like it'll happen. And once it does, it usually like they start moving quickly. So that was that. Did I have anything else to show you guys here? No, I already went through that. Okay, cool. So obviously how you can enroll into Vine, you go into your Amazon seller account. You click on, that little burger on the top left, you go to advertising, and then through there you go to Vine. Obviously you need to be brand registered, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, in order to be able to enroll into Vine. You click on that, then you add your ASIN, and then you just follow the prompts from there. You need to decide how many units you enroll. If you have a product that has variations in it, you can decide if you're giving away only a certain variation, or you're giving away every single variation. You can also make that decision. And you put in how many units you want to claim, want to enroll, sorry. Obviously 30 is the maximum that you can enroll. And that's it. A prompt will come up telling you how much it costs. Take into consideration also the FBA fee and the referral fee. You say yes, and that's it. It's enrolled. So that is a little bit of information about Amazon, the Vine program. I hope that this helps someone who is considering basically enrolling into the Vine program. I hope it helps you to decide whether it makes sense for your product or not. And the biggest thing that I would always recommend, always ask yourself, is this a product that is prone to get bad reviews? Is there something that, could like that beauty product that we had that was extremely dependent on certain results that the person gets? If so, maybe it's not the right product. If it is, if not, if it's a product that you just know, just like that camping product, the gift product, and the exercise product, like I just knew that these products are going to kick ass, and they're highest quality, best products in their niche, in my opinion, highly differentiated, and there was just no way that I expected to get, sort of bad reviews from there. But take into consideration that sometimes you will be paying all this money to get bad reviews, like I did with that beauty product. And it was a great lesson learned. A, not to enroll that type of product again. And B, that sometimes you're paying for Vine reviews and sometimes you'll get a bad review and you learn from that. But in my experience, if it's an amazing, really, 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 really good product, usually you'll get amazing reviews. And if not, you'll really get terrible reviews. So that's what you need to ask yourself. Okay, remember, if you're listening to this before the 31st of October 2022, you can have 50% off. Sorry, I've just realized that I had the wrong date. It's actually until October 30th. I hope people heard this until the end. So it's until October 30th that it's 50% off in the US only, not in the UK. In the US only, you have 50% off until the 30th. If not, then it's going to cost $200 in the US. All right. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I will see you all next week. Danny should be back here tomorrow. And yeah, see you all next week. Hope you guys are having a kick-ass beginning of Q4, and I'll see you next week.